What if World War III didn't begin with a declaration, but with moments we've already lived through? Missiles launched in seconds, alliances shifting in silence, and decisions made behind closed doors that could change everything overnight. Right now, the world feels stable on the surface, but underneath something is moving, something dangerous, and the scariest part? We may already be too late to stop it. Today, we're counting down the moments, events, and warning signs that could be quietly building toward a global conflict. From economic collapses, to rising superpower tensions, to the most recent strikes that shock the world, each step brings us closer to one terrifying question. Is this how World War III begins? Number 10, the first crack, 9/11 and the war that never ended. It started with smoke, chaos, in a world frozen in disbelief. The attacks of September 11, 2001 didn't just destroy buildings, they reshaped global politics overnight. In response, the United States launched wars in Afghanistan and later Iraq, igniting a chain reaction across the Middle East. What followed wasn't a short conflict. It became a decades-long war on terror that spread across continents. This moment is unforgettable, not just for its tragedy, but because it marked the beginning of constant global instability. Alliances shifted, enemies multiplied, and warfare evolved into something far less predictable. And once the world stepped into that state of permanent tension, there was no turning back. Number 9, economic collapse. When the system shook in 2008, sometimes wars don't begin with weapons, but with money. In 2008, when the collapse of Lehman Brothers triggered a financial crisis that sent shockwaves across the globe, economies crashed, millions lost their livelihoods, and trust in global systems began to crumble. But beneath the surface, something even more important happened. Power began to shift. While Western economies struggled, China rose stronger, faster, and more confident. The balance of global power started to tilt, and history has shown us one thing clearly. When power shifts, conflict often follows. Number 8, Crimea 2014. The return of territory wars. For decades, the world believed large-scale land grabs in Europe were history. Then in 2014, everything changed. Russia annexed Crimea, redrawing borders by force. It was quick, calculated, and shocking. Suddenly, the idea of territorial conquest wasn't just possible again, it was real. This wasn't just about land. It introduced a new kind of warfare, hybrid tactics, cyber attacks, and silent invasions without clear lines. It was the first domino, and many didn't realize it at the time. Number 7, the silent Cold War, US versus China, 2016 to 2020. Not all wars are fought with bullets. Between 2016 and 2020, tensions between the United States and China escalated rapidly. Trade wars, sanctions, tech bans. It became a battle for global dominance. Supply chains turned into weapons. Technology became a battlefield. And the phrase great power competition returned after decades of silence. What made this moment so dangerous was how quiet it looked. No explosions, no invasions. But behind the scenes, 2 of the world's most powerful nations were preparing for something much bigger. Number 6, the pandemic shock of 2020. Then came something no one expected. A virus spread across the globe, shutting down borders, collapsing economies, and exposing just how fragile the world really was. But beyond the health crisis, the pandemic did something deeper. It broke trust. Countries blamed each other. Supply chains collapsed. Alliances weakened. And suddenly, nations started thinking less about cooperation and more about survival. Historically, major wars often follow global disruptions like this. And this felt like the biggest disruption in decades. Number 5, Ukraine 2022. War returns to Europe. The world watched in disbelief as missiles struck cities in Ukraine. Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022 wasn't just another conflict. It shattered a long-standing belief that major wars in Europe were over. Trenches returned. Tanks rolled forward. Nuclear threats were openly discussed. And perhaps most importantly, the world took sides. Sanctions, military aid, troop movements. This wasn't just a regional war anymore. It became a global standoff between powerful alliances, a reminder that peace is often just temporary. Number 4, the Middle East ignites again, 2023. Just when tensions couldn't rise higher, another front exploded. The Israel-Hamas war in 2023 quickly escalated beyond a local conflict. Within weeks, multiple players were involved. Hezbollah, regional militias, global powers sending warships and carriers. Trade routes were threatened. Oil prices surged. Military forces gathered. What made this moment terrifying was how quickly it spread. It showed that modern conflicts are no longer isolated. One spark can ignite entire regions, and sometimes the world. Number 3, the web of alliances, a system too complex to control. Now imagine something even more dangerous, not a single war, but a global network of alliances, treaties, rivalries, and hidden agreements. A system so complex that no one fully understands it. One action in one country could trigger a reaction across the world. We've seen this before. In 1914, a single assassination led to World War I because alliances pulled nations into a chain reaction. But today, the system is far more complicated. Nearly 200 countries, nuclear weapons, instant communication. If one piece falls, everything could collapse, and no one would be able to stop it in time. Number 2, 2026 strikes on Iran. The moment everything changed. Then came the moment that shocked the world. In 2026, coordinated strikes by the United States and Israel targeted Iran's military infrastructure. Reports confirmed the death of Iran's supreme leader. Within minutes, retaliation began. Missiles were launched toward U.S. bases across multiple countries. Fear spread instantly. Oil prices surged. Global powers issued warnings. This wasn't a proxy conflict anymore. This was direct confrontation. And the most chilling part? Experts warned that this could be the moment historians look back on as the beginning of something much bigger. Because once major powers start clashing directly, escalation becomes almost impossible to control. Number 1, the point of no return. One mistake away from global war. Here's the reality no one wants to say out loud. World War III might not begin with a single dramatic event. It could begin with a mistake. One missile hitting the wrong target, one aircraft shot down by accident, one miscalculation in the heat of tension. That's all it takes. Right now, the world is more connected and more fragile than ever before. Nuclear weapons sit on high alert. Leaders operate under pressure, and decisions are made in seconds. History has shown us that wars don't always start with intention. Sometimes they start with confusion. And if that happens today, the consequences wouldn't take years to unfold. They would happen in minutes. So now the question is, are we already living through the early stages of World War III? Or are these just isolated events that only seem connected in hindsight? Because history has a strange way of revealing the truth, long after it's too late to change it. Amaya, let me know what you think. Which moment do you believe was the real turning point? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation might be more important than we realize.